Welcome to Daily English Room. Today's topic is learning English. Our first topic is the reason why you want to learn English.
For me, it's all about my children's future. I want to support their education in our multilingual household. As an ESL teacher, improving my English also means I can be a better educator and potentially teach at more advanced levels or in international schools.
Now, let's look to the future. What is your biggest goal for using English in the next year?
My big goal is to pass the IELTS exam with a score high enough to qualify for a master's program in education at a UK university. I'm particularly focused on improving my academic writing skills to achieve this.
To help achieve them, you must be using various learning resources. So, what's your favorite resource for learning English, and why?
It offers sample lectures, academic writing guides, and practice exercises specifically designed for non-native speakers pursuing higher education. It's been crucial in preparing me for my IELTS exam and future studies.
What's a cultural misunderstanding or surprise you've encountered while learning or using English?
My experience was with email etiquette. In Morocco, we tend to be quite formal in professional communications. In my first email to a British professor, I used very formal language and several lines wishing him well before getting to the point. He replied kindly but briefly, suggesting I could be more direct in future emails. I've since learned that in many English-speaking academic settings, concise emails are preferred.
Learning a language can be challenging, but it also has its rewarding moments. Can you share a moment when you felt you'd made a real breakthrough in your English skills?
My moment came while reading an English novel to my children at bedtime. I was doing different voices for the characters and adding dramatic flair to the narration. My kids were giggling and totally engrossed in the story. Halfway through, I realized I hadn't stumbled over any words or needed to pause to understand anything. The language had become a tool for creativity and connection with my children, rather than a barrier. It was a beautiful moment.
Language learning is also about consistent practice. How do you incorporate English into your daily life outside of formal study or work?
I've started a bilingual story time with my children. We read a page in Arabic, then I translate it into English, encouraging them to guess meanings of new words. It's helping both me and my kids improve. I've also joined a virtual English-speaking Toastmasters club to practice public speaking. It's terrifying but incredibly helpful.
Learning a language can sometimes be frustrating. What do you do to stay motivated when you feel discouraged in your English learning journey?
On tough days, I listen to recordings of my children practicing English. Hearing their progress and enthusiasm reminds me why I started this journey. I also have a language learning chart calendar where I mark off each day I practice English. I hate breaking the chain, so it keeps me going even on low motivation days. Lastly, I remind myself that by improving my English, I'm setting a powerful example for my kids about lifelong learning.
Sometimes the most effective learning methods are ones we don't expect. What's an unconventional or unexpected strategy that has really helped improve your English skills?
I've found that teaching English grammar concepts to my children through physical movements has not only helped them but improved my own understanding too. For instance, we act out tenses, jumping for the present, walking backwards for the past, and reaching forward for the future. This kinesthetic approach has made grammar more intuitive for me. I've even started using these techniques in my adult ESL classes, and it's been a hit.
What's your ultimate aspiration or dream that you hope to achieve through English proficiency?
My ultimate goal is to establish a network of international schools that focus on multilingual education and intercultural competence. I envision a curriculum that not only teaches languages but uses them as a medium to explore different subjects, fostering global citizenship from an early age.
How has learning English changed you as a person or altered your worldview?
Learning English has empowered me as a woman and a mother. In many English language parenting forums, I've encountered different views on gender roles and child rearing that have inspired me to challenge some traditional norms in my community. It's also made me more adaptable. Navigating between languages has trained my brain to switch perspectives quickly, making me more flexible in my thinking and problem solving. This adaptability has been invaluable in both my personal life and my teaching career.
Now, let's talk about AI's future impact on English learning. How do you think AI will influence the way people learn English in the future?
I see a lot of potential for AI in education, especially for people like me who are balancing work and family. AI tools can offer flexible learning, making it easier to fit English practice into busy schedules. I've used AI programs to help my kids learn, and they love the interactive elements. I think it will become a great support system for teachers and parents alike.
Do you think AI can fully replace human teachers in English learning? Why or why not?
As a teacher myself, I believe AI can be a powerful tool, but it shouldn't replace human teachers. AI can provide quick corrections and personalized practice, but teaching is also about building relationships and understanding students' individual needs. Human teachers can give emotional support and encouragement in ways that AI can't.
What role do you think AI can play in helping people overcome language barriers?
I think AI will play a big role in breaking down language barriers, especially with translation tools. AI can provide instant translations, which is helpful for beginners or people who don't have much exposure to English. I've even seen AI-powered apps that translate children's books, which I use with my kids. It's a great way to bring more languages into our home.
Now, what advice would you give to your younger self or someone just starting to learn English?
I would tell myself to be patient and trust the journey. Language learning takes time, and there will be days when it feels difficult, but persistence is key. I'd also remind myself that every word learned, every conversation had, brings you closer to your goals. The most important thing is to keep going, even when progress feels slow.
That's all for today's daily English room conversation practice. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, like, leave a comment, and hit the subscribe button. See you next time.